So we got a 2013 Audi A7. It's on airlift 3H. Been working on the interior, got the whole Starlight headliner kit and stuff done, but right now we're working on a new Hardline setup for the season. We got a box with a tank of compressors. Next season I'll probably redo this entire box, maybe put some chasing lights, infinity mirrors, something along that line. But right now we're going with this route. This has got the left compressor going into the top right port on the tank. Then we're going to duplicate this backwards to run parallel over to this other one. I already have like a test strand. It's got to be wound through there like that. But this is what the old Hardlines was, just basic. This one's for this side, just clipped in the compressor. Went there, left the faceplate exposed, which we got this new faceplate made. After we get all these hard lines done, we're powdering plate lines, calipers. Still trying to find new wheels for the season. I'll show you where we're at on this other run. This is all we've made it on this run so far. I just started. Each run's about a 7-foot stick. Trim off an inch or two here whenever we're doing the ends. But I made these little templates out of coat hanger because I couldn't find any welding rod, to try to make sure I kept track on how I needed to run these bends. We got little test bends. I want to make sure they're all parallel, so I'm using the same 2 marks on my bends. So as you can see here, this line here is where I'm putting it in the jaw. Damn. In the jaw of the bender. I had to modify this because the 3/8 hardline wasn't fully seating in here and it was kinking it real bad. But I wanted to make sure they're all parallel. So whenever I do it, I'm putting the mark there, and then I'll line up in the jaw on this mark to make sure it's an equal bend. I'm sure there's easier ways out there to do this. This is just how I'm doing it. Then here, I'll throw a Sharpie mark there. That's where I'll put it in the jaw. Then I'll follow it up with the other 180 bend. So I'll get to bending on that other line. I'm no pro. I'm still curious if this fitting is going to seal or not because I didn't have that much of a straight runner to go into the fitting. We'll fold this seat down real quick. I'll end up pulling these hard lines out too, and it's all getting powdered, but it's a pretty simple setup. This will give you a general idea on the final look. These lines are going to be taken out. I'm going to lay powder. This cover is going to get taken out. We're going to lay some powder on it. Pulling the tank out to get it polished to match the compressors, and then I still got to wire in the rest of these lights around the side and the back of the tank. But for now, this is, you won't be able to see these lights from down here. This is like you're looking. So this is about how it's wrapped up. Still waiting on a couple parts to come in, my controller and stuff. I'm going to, after I pull the tank out and everything, I'm going to run these lights through, mount the controller, the IR sensor and everything to where it all work, wired into the controller so it can be manually powered on for show mode. And then once I get all this powder coated and finalized, I'll make a follow-up video with the final look and how everything comes out after the powder. So keep an eye out for that. Here's what we managed to come up with. It's just a bunch of 90-degree bends. It didn't turn out bad. The runner on this fitting is actually like a 1/4 inch too short, so it doesn't fully seat in there. So if you move the line around, it actually will leak air, and I don't want to deal with leaks. So I'm actually just ordered another spool of 3/8 aluminum line. I'm gonna remake that entire line just to make that bend a 1/4 inch longer. I got a bunch of scraps. I got the old lines left over. I just don't have enough to make another run. This face cover got all scratched up, so I'm going to get new plexi, replexi that. I might trim it a little farther. I haven't decided. I got more LEDs coming. I'm going to put a control panel in my spare wheel well for show mode for my headliner, and the lights in the box so I can leave the ignition off and disconnect the battery and still run. But that's where it is, and then I'll put a clip of the box all together. Turned out fairly decent, and we'll see where we go from here.